Coming to you from the Deep South, this is the Blue Collar Leadership Podcast. High-impact leadership is not reserved for leaders, and it has nothing to do with your position, title, or rank. However, it does have everything to do with your character. It's time to climb to the next level and beyond, personally and professionally. Now, let's start making it happen with your host, Mac Story.
All right, thanks for stopping by the Blue Collar Leadership Podcast today. Today we're on part 5 of the Managing People versus Leading People series. And again, if you haven't listened to the other episodes, the content here, I'm adding a lot of information to it, but I'm also gathering some of this content from my book, Defining Influence. Increasing your influence increases your options. So I'm taking some of these nuggets from a chapter, actually chapter 11. And that title of that chapter is Defining Your Leadership Style. And the subtitle is Get Out of the Way and Lead. And you can, this chapter is about 20 pages of Word document, PDF size pages. But you can download it for free. All you have to do is go to bluecollarleadership.com. And then right there on the top of the menu, look at the Blue Collar Leadership Training Programs menu and slide down and find Defining Influence. And when you click on Defining Influence, you'll actually see there's a 5-minute audio sample you can listen to. But more importantly, relative to what I'm talking about today, there's a black and yellow striped box that says click here for a free download of a chapter from Defining Influence. You can click on there and instantly download this entire chapter. There's a lot more in this chapter than just what I'm talking about during this Managing People versus Leading People series. But you can download that for free and check out that entire chapter. That book, Defining Influence, is not one of my 90-page books. It's not 30 chapters, 3 pages each, like most of my blue collar or all of my blue collar leadership books are. That book's actually my foundational book. It's about 250 pages, and it digs into all types of ways you can intentionally grow and develop your influence. Again, leadership is influence. And when you increase your influence, you're definitely going to increase your options. And that's what I want for you. I want you to have more options out there in the world based on growing and developing your positive influence. So today, the aspect we're going to look at is power. Power. How do managers view power, and where do they get their power versus where do leaders get their power, and how do they view power? So a manager of people, they value the rights, R-I-G-H-T-S. My wife, Rhea, she says, you don't enunciate well. It's because I can't. My tongue just doesn't work that way. So a lot of times I have to try to spell a few things so you'll know what I'm saying. But talking about rights, the rights that come with a leadership position of authority. And again, having a leadership position does not make you a leader of people. You may very well have a leadership position, but you may choose to be a manager of people. So relative to power, managers of people value the rights associated with their formal authority and their position. They value it tremendously because without it, they couldn't accomplish anything because no one would follow these people. You know who they are. And I'm hoping you're not going to be one. And if you're listening to this, odds are you're not going to be one, or you want to move beyond management and supervision and move into high impact leadership. So managers of people also, they utilize positional authority to dictate, control, coerce, and order people to action. That's how they get things done. That's where their power comes from. Managers of people get their power from their position and their authority, the rights that come with that. Someone makes me your boss tomorrow, I have certain rights and authority that comes with that position. And there's a huge difference between respecting someone's position and respecting them. Most often managers of people, their position may be respected, but they're not respected. But leaders of people, Their position is respected, but they also as people are respected. So when it comes to power, let's look at the difference with leaders. Leaders of people value influence, authentic influence, which is established through their character development, who they are. They build strong relationships and trust intentionally in order to motivate and move people to action. Huge difference. Managers of people get things done with artificial influence, which comes with their position and title. Leaders of people get things done with authentic influence. Again, that's why it doesn't matter if you can be a leader of people or a manager of people with or without authority. But leaders, even though they have authority, they choose to lead not with formal authority, but with moral authority, meaning who they are as a person, their character. So a high impact leader with formal authority, again, chooses to lead with influence, authentic influence, not authority. Doing so generates a tremendous amount of trust with those reporting to them. When the leader can lead with an iron fist, and y'all know they can, but they choose to lead with a warm heart, it does not go unnoticed. And I know in the blue-collar world out there, people say a warm heart. No, that's getting a little warm, fuzzy. I'm telling you, I don't care if you blue-collar, white-collar, in the military, civilian. I guarantee you, you're going to respect a leader that cares about you more than a leader that doesn't care about you. I don't care how hard you are as a person. When people care about us, we trust them more. And that's what this is about. So you can choose to manage and lead people with an iron fist, or you can choose to lead with a warm heart. And that's what I'm talking about. Caring about people. It doesn't go unnoticed. It gets talked about. And more importantly, it gets appreciated. A leader knows life is hard, so they deliver easy. Those following this type of leader are very loyal and consistently over-deliver with exceptional results. So if you're going to lead people, or you are leading people, do you want to lead people who consistently over-deliver and achieve exceptional results? If you do, you want to be a leader of people. People on a team that's managed, they don't consistently over-deliver exceptional results. They do good to get the results, the minimum required results. There's a lot of friction on those teams. But everything about high impact leadership says you are responsible as the leader. If your team's struggling, it's because you're struggling to lead. That's just leadership truth. I ain't here to offend you. I'm here to get you to think about how you lead people. And again, you may not be leading them today, but you may want to be leading them tomorrow. And I'm here to help you understand the mindset, the difference in mindset. It's a choice, but it starts with your character. So I hope you got a few nuggets out of this episode, because the power of a manager comes from a completely different place than the power of a leader. Power of a manager based on authority and the rights of their position, their rank, all that type stuff. But the power of a leader of people comes from their character, from relationships, from trust. So I hope you, again, got a nugget or two out of this episode. A couple of days from now, we'll be talking about decision making. How do managers of people see decision making, and how do leaders of people see or view decision making? So have a great day. Talk to you next time.
Make it happen, or someone else will. It might as well be you. Are you serious about taking your career and your life to the next level and beyond? Check out Mac Story's Blue Collar Leadership series books and others, now available on audio, along with paperback and ebooks at Amazon, iTunes, and Audible. Please visit bluecollarleadership.com to learn about Mac's books, programs, special offers, certifications, and more. Thank you for listening to the Blue Collar Leadership Podcast.